I feel like the universe is just waiting for this king to realize the things they need to realize in their life to work out what they need to work out. And, if you look at it, this king is just in a stage of their life where they're still kind of dealing with their situation, right? Whatever they need to work through. How do I know? How do I know? All right. Collective reading this Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great morning because I sure am. Oh, if he really loves me. It's an 80s kind of day for me on Sundays. I like to listen to 80s music. Whenever we meet, let you know about these things. If he really loves me, why don't you Oops. It's all that I know. Oh, I can't wait. Okay. Um. mm, mm. Well, I feel like this is somebody that's kind of putting their efforts towards things that they, I guess, that they feel that they should. Like, I don't want to say it's not a good energy. It's just, how when we're working on something and we know we should be probably working on something else. It's like that. How will I know if you? Okay, I laughed earlier because looks like we got a pair of King and Queen of Cups. So probably strong water signs. No, how will I know? So my music is super low because I don't want to get, banned again. Well, this King of Cups, I feel like this is their energy. It's like they're denying themselves something. It's like they've made a decision to kind of maybe focus on things that they feel they can have, which is why they're putting effort towards things that are maybe tangible. But I don't think they've moved on from something that they feel. What is this Queen of Cups? Yeah, how will I know? This Queen of Cups. Oh, it's still this King's energy. I thought, okay, well, this king is like, yeah, I recognize my Queen of Cups. I know that this is my person. I know that I have feelings for this person, but I don't want to do anything about it right now. What is the Knight of Wands? That's so funny. How will I know? Okay, so this is a king that they can't deny how they feel, but they're purposely, consciously putting their efforts elsewhere. Again, towards things I guess they feel they can manifest or they can have. But the feelings they have for this Queen of Cups right now, they're not doing anything about it. In fact, they're trying to ignore it, I think. Feels like they're trying to ignore it. Um, but there's a longing, you know. Knight of Wands with the Devil, with the Queen of Wands. It's like they can't exactly avoid their loins. The longing they feel for this Queen of Wands. They're very attracted to this Queen of Wands right now. I feel like they're having a hard time trying to balance and deal with that. What is the Hierophant in reverse? Okay. Ooh. You know, that Page of Cups energy, right? I mean, I'm getting the impression they feel it's over with this Queen of Cups. And so this is their way of dealing with this ending, I guess. I feel like this is the way that they try to get out of their head, and hopefully they try to get out of their feelings when it comes to this Queen of Cups, right? That's why they're putting their energy towards something. It's not exactly working all that well, although I do feel it's helping them because they are distracted. I don't know what this is. This could be career, business, anything they have to put their energy and effort towards. They could be joining like extracurricular activities, like I don't know, sports or like or things like that, whatever it is. It's it's kind of working. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying. I mean, they're trying to leave it behind. You know, um, maybe they're spending more time with friends, like with people. Like they're really, maybe they're immersing themselves at this time with other people, just to kind of get out of whatever it is they're feeling here. But I don't think it's all that successful. But again, to a degree, I feel like they're distracted. What is this King of Swords energy? Right, obviously a king reading here. So funny because I said in a video yesterday how I just cannot escape the King series, and somebody commented, well, I shouldn't escape it. I should just accept it and read it with the same energy. Believe me, I'm trying. I'm trying. um oh. Okay, this king, ugh, this king. Ugh, yeah, you know, I said that, and then this came out, and it's so funny. I mean, I know the king. Every time we read here, more than likely it's probably for the King series, guys. I don't really say it directly. I don't, unless it's like super obvious. Um, but you can bet your bottom dollar that it's probably the King series, and and it feels like this is that too. But you know, I don't want to limit because the King series is very specific, and a lot of you guys resonate in maybe with the entire thing, maybe with a portion of it, or a certain, you know, a certain aspect of it. But it does look like this king is I want to say they're just not doing anything about this connection right now, and I feel like right now they're just kind of focused on what they can work on, like what they can work with. So maybe let's say if that's work, they can work with that. They can, you know, they can have a good result out of that because they can put in the effort towards something where they're going to see a result, right? Unlike this connection. And I don't know what the blockage is with this connection. Well, let's check it out. What's the blockage? Okay, any day. I'm coming. Oh my god, if this video gets muted, I'm so sorry, guys, because of the music. I'm just testing it out if I'm going to be allowed to do this. Lots of fire. Lots of fire energy, guys. You know what this is. This is going to be funny, but uh, ugh, okay. I feel like this king is always reminded. They're always reminded about this Queen of Cups. They cannot get this even if they tried, they can't get this Queen of Cups out of their energy. This is a and it's designed that way, I guess, for whatever purpose. The summertime seems to be an important season in this connection in the King series. I think I've said that a lot of times. There could be growth in the summertime coming up. But right now, this king is just guarded. They're really guarded. They're projecting. Um, they're getting a lot of messages. They're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities. I wish I wish I had cards that could, symbolize signs and synchronicities. I don't have anything. I should create a deck. um, hmm. Because I know you guys are like, what signs and synchronicities? Well, I can't really say. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag is strong here. But that's also just representation of the desire they feel. Um, so right now, they're just really focused on things that they have a solid hold of. Anything they can form, create a structure, and see an output, right? This connection they can't. They have no control. They don't. They have no power in it. It's actually overtaking them. That's why, as much as possible, they're trying to step away from it, but they're not really able to do that, right? So that's what I'm getting for this king. Going into the guidance. Um, I mean, it's a reminder, right? You know, life is only as happy as we make it. It is because if we if we decide to look at our life a certain way, then inevitably that is going to be the result, no matter what action we take, because that's the outlook we have, right? So if I wake up and I feel like, you know what, I want to do something productive today, and my life is going to be about doing something, right? And it's going to be about pursuing my goals, or living life to the best of my ability. Like, if I assume that outlook, then that is the outlook that I will try to wake up to every day. It doesn't mean that you are going to, because obviously there are days where you're going to, like, no, fuck that. Right? But most of the time, if you keep to that outlook, that is actually the direction you go in, right? So when they say happiness is a choice, it's actually because it is a choice. But if we're going to look at it as, you know what, I can't deal with this, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to think about this, let me put my efforts elsewhere, all you're really doing is just delaying something. Or I'm so sorry to Cher fans, and Cher is great, but I gotta skip. Hey Google, next song please. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So it's just a reminder. They can try to distract themselves. They can try to ignore this connection. It's still going to be something that's deep within them. Exactly why, even though I feel like they're even able to detach emotionally and mentally, but that desire, the deep desire you feel for someone, you can't run from that. It's just going to be, it's like a little burning flame within your. Wait, I was learning about the chakras this morning while I was taking my walk. So it's like the root, the sacral, and then the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, right? Like, if this, like, a fire burning, I think, in the sacral chakra, where it's like it's not gonna go away. It's gonna be there. It's gonna burn. The fire might, like, dim a little, like it might lessen, but it's still burning there, right? And we can't really run from that because it's a natural feeling, especially when we've attached our energy to someone, And I feel like this King and Queen of Cups have, they've really attached themselves to each other, that no matter how much they try to run from each other, it's just what it is, right? So, conscious choice is what I'm getting. It's a decision. It's a decision to be happy, right? Um, it's funny. This reading is a little funny. Um, it's so hard because, you know, I can see something in a specific way, but you guys might see it a different way, right? And my truth is my truth, and your truth is a truth that you choose to live in today. I guess the guidance the universe is trying to give us, it's a decision, whether or not to pursue what inevitably is going to make us happy. Wow, I use inevitably twice. I'm so sorry. What's eventually going to make us happy, right? I learned that if you really want to be comprehended, that you should not double up on the use of complex word, as I guess. I don't know. That's something else. Okay. So this connection, obviously, is somehow fated, guided. It wasn't meant to be easy. It was actually really. It was meant to break these two people down, and the willingness to work on it is the difference. People go through their lives, connecting with a certain person, and it's about pushing through the challenges that will make the difference whether a connection thrives or it fails. There has to be a willingness to work on it, right? This king not willing right now. I don't know about this queen. We're not really seeing their energy, but this king of cups is not really wanting to work on this. They're wanting to work on things that make sense. um Heartbreak. Ugh. I love this day. It's just so, I know it's gloomy, but at least it stopped raining, right? But music does that, guys. That's one of the things I was trying to tell you guys. If you want to change your mood, if you want to get out of your slump, sometimes music is a big help. It makes you dance. I don't know. I dance. I'm always dancing at home. And my son is like, God, mom, you're always dancing. I'm like, I'm sorry. But it's movement, right? It's your energy, what you decide to do with it, and music is a big help. Um, why am I off topic? Okay, sorry. I think I had a little too much of my coffee. Um, let's hear from the boys. I mean, this king can keep denying it all they want. All they're really doing essentially is breaking their own heart here. This king hasn't reached. I mean, I would say they have with all the things that they've been through, but they still haven't reached the pivotal point in their life that's going to make them change everything. They still haven't reached it. It's amazing. Um, Sometimes life is about taking that leap of faith, honestly. But the willingness to do that, it's hard. It's really hard. Especially, it depends on the design of a person. Obviously, this is the King series. This King is too cerebral. They're too diplomatic. They're too traditional. And it feels like in their makeup, it's difficult for them to cross the border. Right? It's difficult for them to take that leap. But it is only when we take a leap in life that we achieve fulfillment, happiness, and joy. It really is. Otherwise, we stay where we are. And again, it's a matter of choice. I feel like the universe is just waiting for this king to realize the things they need to realize in their life, to work out what they need to work out. And, if you look at it, this king is just in a stage of their life where they're still kind of dealing with their situation, right? Whatever they need to work through. Um, so that's why they're unable to move forward. It's causing them a lot of stress, the idea of having to change their life, change it up. And it's a scary thing, honestly. It takes a bold move to do it, you know practically turn your back on things. It's scary. It can be a very solitary journey. And I feel like they're even more scared to do it because they don't know what this Queen of Cups energy, what their energy is. Let's see. What's the Queen of Cups going through right now? How are they feeling, this Queen of Cups? I feel like they're doing well. They're in the upright. So it tells me, yeah, they're looking good. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. 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 Oh, there we go. Let's see. Nice. Nice energy. It is very nice energy for this Queen of Cups. I feel like they have a calm energy. I feel like, ooh, but why do we have the mask? You piqued my, okay. All right. So, overall, I feel like this Queen of Cups is doing pretty well. I feel like in their own life, maybe they've had to deal with karmic relationships, whether that's romantic, platonic. They could be reflecting at this time of the things that they had to overcome, but that in turn just helps them to make healthy choices. Right now it's all about self-love, self-care, which is great. Self-indulgence, which is self-worth and value, and they're healing, they're doing their work. Wow, that's a lot of healing, honestly. I think we got all the healing cards from this deck. See, this is the Queen of Cups energy, and it's a conscious choice to heal. But that's why I think they're coming off as being at their best self and energy. Now, the mask card kind of came out there last minute. I feel like it's because there are still aspects to themselves where they're working on not feeling like they're enough. Maybe there's still some confidence issues. Maybe they still have frustrations. But it feels like that's how their general energy is. And um, this is the kind of energy that you have when you're focused on yourself. And it's not even intentional if they're not paying any attention to this King of Cups or giving this King of Cups the time of day. This is just the way that it has to happen when you're on your healing journey, that you focus on yourself, because and I feel like that's what's happening here, which is actually good energy. It's good energy. Um let's get some guidance for this king, right? You can only deny yourself. For one, you can only deny truth for the long for the for you can only deny truth for a while. Like, you can't really essentially deny it, because either what happens when you deny truth is either your body breaks down or your mind breaks down, and even your emotions. And then in the realistic way of life, that's where you see people, unfortunately, how do I say this, choosing to end their physical life, going into depression. It's one. um, Physically manifesting, you know the denial of the truth through various diseases and illnesses. It's the way that it's energy. Okay. And so you can only go so far in denying certain things. And this king, they're really good at denying right now. It's not the healthiest thing. They don't realize it. I think they feel like, oh, this is just what makes sense, because again, they haven't crossed the threshold of reality, and then potential ascension. I guess, yeah, potential ascension. They haven't crossed it yet. And it's a slow going journey for this king, honestly. I guess this reading is for those that want to get a bit of an in depth look at this king, and, what's going on, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, because this is obviously what's happening. And it's so vastly different from the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is in such an energy of caring for themselves. It's not that they're perfect, because obviously they have their own issues still, but it feels like they're more reflective, more open, and are, recognizing the things they need to work on within themselves. So, going into guidance for this king, let's see what we get. I'm using the Healing Spirits Oracle. This is a really nice deck. One spirit guide, one way. Interesting. You have the power to you have the power to make yourself better. Right? I mean, that is everything that I just said. Totally. Literally. If the world around you seems turbulent, stop. I love the images in this deck. I swear, it's really nice. I mean, that's just everything I was saying. You know, it is within us that we find the strength, the determination, the power to change our circumstance. It's not, nobody else is really going to do that. Other people can provide, or other situations can provide opportunities. Um, we still have to be the one to decide to take those opportunities, and what are we going to do with it, right? So, this is what it's looking like. This king, ugh, man, king. Come on, King of Cups. We're rooting for you, King of Cups. Gemini energy. Capricorn. Oh, Taurus. Ooh, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Aries. Wow, a lot of fire energy there, right? A lot of fire and air energy. Okay, aside from the water sign, obviously. So that's what we have. Hopefully that, was insightful. And I will try to be more positive about the King series. It's just a little, I mean, come on, I'm human. I'm going to get tired of this storyline. But yeah, King of Cups, we're rooting for you.